It is time for connections. Connections, oh Lord. Cock.
All right, guys, you know what time it is. I saw how surprised you were. You saw my page, you're like, this is for Howard the Duck. You're like, he's got the right notebook?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to take you on a ride, don't worry.
Connections, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And strap in.
Jesus Christ. All right, here we go, guys. All right, Mr. Roy here, King of Connections here, going forward here. Jake Durden just took Vicodin. All right, with that being said, guys, the first thing I want to, all right, if you've never seen our show, King of Connections, I used to be Lord of Connections, I used to be the Plug Connections. What we do is sometimes they're far out theories, and then, of course, sometimes there are things that you would never think of. But I've been watching the film since, pretty sure I've been in someone's womb, and I've always, I guess the more films you watch, you're going to connect more things. So, guys, let's jump right in.
Someone's womb?
Womb, yeah.
Oh,
I'm pretty
someone,
sure
not specifically Thelma's?
I was in the womb. I'm real. With that being said, all right, let's start out with
Womb for improvement.
I love that.
All right.
Tilda Swinton.
I don't.
All right, so let's get it started, guys. All right, one of the connections I really loved is that Leah Thompson has an animal fetish. And what do I mean by that? How the fuck did I connect Back to the Future with motherfucking Howard the Duck? Well, she already loves the fuck duck, and she always loves Marty McFly. Ow!
Well, I see where you're going with that,
No, you
but
don't.
I'd like to take that. No, I see fly, duck. She's but I'm caught up on Back to the Future that she's trying to fuck her son. Now, she doesn't know, but as a mom, you should have that instinct. Like, there's something.
I thought we were saving that for when we redid the Back to the Future film. Because I was going to play on
Well,
that. That's the scene I
you
want.
brought it up, and that only makes it more troubling.
No,
what
she
she's
brought Marty
into
up.
and-
Yeah.
Oh, Ducky, I'm just playing with you.
By the way, those were the sexiest pink panties I've ever seen from the 80s in my life. I was just like,
Oh, Howard, you really are the worst.
I can tell they're like Walmart brand. All right, we're getting off track here. All right, okay.
We'll get back to the panties, believe me.
Oh, thank you. Pink panties. Double P. All right. Don't get me started on Howard the Duck playing that fucking guitar like he's Michael J. Fox in fucking Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Your kids are gonna love this.
Yeah. It's like they took everything, like, all right, what's everybody loving these days? What's like popular in all the 80s movies? Okay,
Yep.
just grab bags, throw a little bit of that in there, throw a little bit of that in there, and then I feel like a lot of people are really just wanting more duck boobs in their movies. Let's make sure we get a lot
Leah
of duck
Thompson's
boobs.
hair wasn't straight out of Grease or Hairspray or some shit like that. It's fucking crazy. Also here, what I really loved was I was able to connect Doctor Strange and, of course, Howard the Duck. And I think you may find this familiar in the beginning of the film with Howard the Duck. When he's taken to that next dimension, I'm like, why does this shit seem familiar? Oh, yeah, it seems like when Tilda Swinton pushed Doctor Strange into his astral form and he went through that little dimension too. I'm like, this ride looks like almost the same trippy ride he fucking went on.
I'm sorry, I stopped listening at Tilda Swinton.
Okay, I'll forget I said Tilda. Remember when Doctor Strange went into that really trippy form? You know how we got this thing right here with all his hands moving out and everything? Howard the Duck goes on a similar journey when
That's
he
right,
from the beginning.
yeah.
I'm like, oh
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
look, he's fucking Marvel, man. Somebody just couldn't let it go.
That was a very similar sequence
Yeah.
as far as at least the transportation into
Right.
the.
Right. I got this, bro. This is what I do, man.
Yeah.
Now it's time for all my nerd and blurred fans out there to really fucking love me. Guys, if you don't know anything about movies, and when you're a kid and let's say you play a sport, you play it because you love it, but then when you become a professional, you realize there's a business side to it. Same with acting. As I always want to be an actor, I hate SAG and any type of business part of acting. I just really want to do it for the passion of it. So with that being said, this is for all my business students out there and actors who love acting. In the movie, Howard the Duck says when the kids come in running to him, he was actually trying to be a monster. He was just like, and they run away. He was like, mutants. Well, if you know anything about the word mutants, Marvel couldn't use that word for quite some time. When the MCU was being born, when Marvel were buying back all their characters, and Disney, or should I say Fox, still owned the mutants, they couldn't say the word mutants. So in a lot of the Avengers movies, they use the word enhance. When we first meet Scarlet Witch, and we first meet Petro, who plays Quicksilver, Captain America says we have some enhanced in the fields. You know why? Because they would have gotten sued if they said mutants, because Fox still owned mutants. Thanks, Bryan Singer, for that crap you gave us. But with that being said, after that, it goes to mutants forever. You know why? Because if you understand this, now Marvel has gotten Fox, or should I say Disney got, however, they can now say mutants. So thanks to that, we were now getting the second best Wolverine ever made outside of Hugh Jackman, and now they can say mutants. So mutants forever. And I'm not even done, brother. Howard the Duck was brought back in. He literally was brought from not being a Marvel film, but being in a Marvel film in Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, and then the most beautiful thing ever happened. Remember I brought up earlier that he kind of went through that same trippy void that Doctor Strange went in? Well, wouldn't you know it, that when he came back to Earth, here's my connection. He came back through a trippy void that, ironically, Doctor Strange made. So he's the most experienced not time travel, world traveler. Literally, he went to Cleveland of all fucking places, and then leaves Cleveland, comes back to his home, only for Doctor Strange years later to come back. We need you in a battle.
Wait, he never went back to his home.
No, I'm sorry, he never went back to his home. But when he left his home, went to Cleveland, then left Cleveland and came straight to wherever the fuck they went to that battle at. So it's like, god damn it, he's traveling through worlds. But the beautiful part about it was Doctor Strange who showed up to get him. And I just told you that in Doctor Strange, he went on that same weird fucking trip. It's fucking crazy. It's serendipitous.
Yeah, it's almost like they planned it.
Yeah, go figure. Now, this is what I was going to say is that Jeffrey Jones. Okay. No,
where are you going with that?
No. I already. Oh no. Okay. Oh no. I can tell you exactly where I'm going with that. Jeffrey Jones adversely has a problem with animals because of the fact, unlike our freak Leah Thompson who loves animals, he hates them because
the dog.
Ferris Bueller connection.
Yeah.
Thank you again. Went from the dog to the duck. Yeah. They are fucking him up. You know I'm not going anywhere with that shit. And I believe I'm almost done here. I'm pretty sure. Did I miss one? No.
All right. It is time for me to congratulate the Lord of Connections on some great connections before we get into
Vahina and connections.